Today, I want to talk about why I always wanted an offensive minded head coach. I had written up most of this video before we hired Ben Johnson, and I planned on talking about why I believed it was so important to hire an offensive minded head coach to come in and develop Caleb Williams. But even after hiring Ben Johnson, I still believe it was important to talk about this, at least briefly. Even though I think all we really want is to get the head coach right, especially since the record of hiring head coaches in Chicago has been nothing short of awful. But the bottom line in the entire process is just getting it right, finding the right guy for the job. And I believe Ben Johnson checks all of those boxes, included being an offensive minded guy and one of the best young play callers in the NFL. I'm still glad I'm not the one who had to do the interviews and make the hire, and I would have supported whoever the Chicago Bears hired, but I've been clear from day one that my preference was to at least get someone who specializes on offense, someone to come in and develop our franchise quarterback. We've already fallen victim to the process of being the same old Bears again by firing our head coach within 1 year of drafting a rookie quarterback. We've gotten Caleb Williams off to the exact same start that Rex Grossman, Mitch Trubisky, and Justin Fields also experienced. Going back to the year 2000, the Bears have followed the exact same cycle when it comes to drafting QBs and then firing their head coach. We drafted Rex Grossman in 2003 and fired Dick Duran that season. We drafted Mitch Trubisky in 2017 and then fired John Fox after his rookie season. We drafted Justin Fields in 2021 and then fired Matt Nagy after his rookie season. And then here we've done it again, drafting Caleb Williams in 2024 and firing Matt Eberflus before the season even ended. I think the difference is we may have finally gotten it right this time. I realize we've also struck out on offensive coaches recently, missing on Matt Nagy and Mark Trestman. And the last coach we had with any kind of success was Lovie Smith, who had a defensive background. But the NFL has changed since then, if you ask me. New rules make it easier on quarterbacks and receivers, leading to more 4,000-yard passers and records breaking all the time. The NFL has evolved into an offensive game, but defense still matters if you want to win championships. But another thing you need is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. That is why we drafted Caleb Williams. So the next most important thing for this franchise over the next 2 years at least is developing Caleb Williams. Yes, that could have been done with a defensive minded head coach, but I think it's a lot harder to do. To me, Caleb Williams' development has always been the most important thing for this franchise. And to me, it was so important to find an offensive minded head coach that could lead this team into a new era of Bears football. After landing not only an offensive minded coach, but the number one available candidate on the market and the guy that was on top of most Bears fans' wish list, the guy that Caleb Williams wanted, the guy that DJ Moore, Romo Dunze, and Cole Kmet wanted to coach this team, I believe the Bears really hit a home run. Now they need to turn their attention towards fixing this offensive line. For some teams, they move on from one coach to another, and they never really have any issues. But in Chicago, it's not that simple. The Bears have not gotten it right since we hired Lovie Smith, and we even messed that one up, firing him after a winning season. We won't really know about Ben Johnson for sure until 2 to 3 years from now. Even 1 year in the NFL can be a mirage. Let's remember, Matt Nagy won Coach of the Year after his first season. So to me, it's important to remain level-headed throughout this process, but I truly believe we got the right guy to lead this franchise into the future. And I'm so glad it was an offensive-minded coach. I'm still on cloud nine about this one, guys. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments. As always, I appreciate everyone who watches. Please remember to hit that like button for me. Stay tuned. And until next time, bear down.